Hi, and thank you for listening. This is Sherry Andrea, and I appreciate you. Okay, you can find me at sherryspeaks.com, where you can find 80 plus attunements. Now, keep in mind, because I have to keep repeating this, so forgive me, many of you have already heard this before. But what my site is about, my site is specifically for people who want to be self-taught. So my site is I consider it a resource. It is not for somebody that wants that one-on-one hand holding from a teacher. So if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for an actual like class where there's going to be some hand holding, you're going to be guided along the way. Your learning is going to be even more in depth and guided by someone else other than yourself. Then you would want to purchase attunement and attunement courses from the other teachers that actually specialize in doing that, because that is the difference between them and me. When you go to others sites and you're like, oh wow, they're charging this for this, but you got to understand the reason why is how much of themselves they're putting into it to teach you, how much hand holding is going on. It takes their time, the time that they're giving you. So that is the reason why they're charging what they're charging. They're not just charging you for the resource, they're charging you for their services as a one-on-one teacher, or if they're doing it in a group setting, that time that they're spending to teach a group and then to guide them from that point on. So, and that's why I'm doing this video that I've titled What About Lightarian Reiki? And I just realized I think I misspelled it, didn't I? Let's see if we can fix that, because I think I misspelled it. Hold on. Didn't even notice that, but let's go ahead and fix it. Is that? No, I spelled it wrong again. Okay. Okay, I think I got it right this time. Yep. Okay. Thank you for letting me fix that. Okay. Um, so let's get going. First of all, remember, please help me out. Like the video, and also make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification, the little bell next to the word subscribe, and select all so that you're notified anytime I upload a video, or I'm going live like in the evening and we're doing live readings. For those of you who have joined us when we do the lives, we'll still be doing them, and I think we're going to do one, actually it's September 2nd, 2021, and I think we're going to do one tonight. I just want to let you know, I don't really get into the whole readings via text. I don't really, that's not my thing. I get into readings where I'm actually talking to the person, and so yeah, I do have it set up so that you can call in, but unfortunately, all of the lives that we've done, where we've done the live readings for people, the live mini readings, nobody called in. Everybody wanted to, write their question in the chat. And that's fine for you guys, but I don't work that way. So for anyone who writes their question in the chat from now on, if I'm doing a live with someone, they may answer your question for you. But I'll probably just hang back and only do ones that call in. So I just want to kind of give you a heads up for that. Okay, so let's get on with it. Okay, now first of all, the reason why I'm doing this video is because someone did ask me the question about, if I have this modality to offer on my site. And so I had to go and do a little bit of research and look it up, see what it was about. And once I did, I was like, oh, no, this wouldn't be a fit for my site. And what I just explained to you about my site being a resource is the reason why. After, and let me tell you where I went. First of all, um, thank you to Lightarian.com. Their site isn't like super fancy or anything, but I thought, I mean, the information and how it was laid out and everything, and how they explained not only what they do, and also what like Lightarian Reiki is and Lightarian Ascension Band. I thought they did a really good job. So, if you really want, if you don't know anything about Lightarian Reiki and you want to know, then go to lightarian.com, and then you'll see the links that you could click on to go to different things. And if you're looking for information about Lightarian Reiki attunement, then that falls under their link that says programs. Okay, so here's the thing. The person asked me, do I offer this? Okay, so first of all, and I will read the description, and I'm going to just call out fair use, the Fair Use Act. I am reading this based on the Fair Use Act. Okay. Lightarian Reiki offers the most powerful, highest vibrational Reiki healing energies available. Lightarian Reiki uniquely prepares you to deliver a broader spectrum of healing energies by extending the vibrational range of Reiki beyond UC-based and Karuna Reiki modalities. Inspired by Ascended Master Buddha, Lightarian Reiki has been brought forth now to accelerate the healing process for humanity. Focusing on expanding your abilities as a Reiki teacher/practitioner to channel healing energies of a higher vibrational nature for the benefit of others. Great. Awesome. However, another reason why this wouldn't fit for me, like really adding this to my website, is because it kind of contradicts what I teach. Because, see, I'm into teaching people how to actually do a spiritual practice that is aimed at raising their vibrations permanently high, to the point where when they flow energy or they focus on something, amazing things happen, and it has that high level, they would have that high level of healing power that the Buddhists do, if they actually did the work and permanently raise their vibrations. So, but I always say there's more than one way to skin a cat. So, I'm not knocking Lightarian Reiki and what is offering you and giving you and how it's giving it to you. I'm just saying that is a way to achieve it. And keep in mind, I'm saying that without having actually done it. So I can't say from personal experience that if you practice Lightarian Reiki, for example, that you would have the power, the same power that I have when it comes to me doing energy work. My power comes from being at a high vibrational level that I had to really work for a while, for more than a year, every day. But I'm a firm believer in there really are no shortcuts. If you really want to gain something powerful, then it's worth the work you put into it. It's like saying, what you're gonna get out of it is gonna be based on what you put into it. And if you don't put that much time and effort into it, you're going to get out of it what you put in. But now, can you do that with Lightarian Reiki? Sure you could. Because what if you get attuned to Lightarian Reiki and you had the same passion and seriousness that I had when I was working on raising my vibrations, and so you practiced it every day. You put that focus on it, and as well as you had the right other things in your daily routine, such as meditation, such as for periods of time chanting mantras or decrees or high vibrational prayers repeatedly. So can you still achieve the same thing I achieved without it? Sure, of course. Like I said, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Okay, so the other reason why I wouldn't offer this on my website is because, on this website, they did a really great job of explaining everything. They have sections. So if you then scroll down, they have sections explaining what the vibrational bands of Reiki are: first band, second band, third to eighth bands. Then they have a section that's called the 4 levels of Lightarian Reiki training. Now this is interesting because they break down the training. They break down, and I'll read it, fair use. The 6 vibrational bands of Lightarian Reiki, 3rd to 8th, have been organized through our effective teaching and attuning process into just 4 training levels. These 4 levels are called Lightarian Reiki 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. So for 1 and 2, and some of you may be interested in that because, see, the other thing is, I did check out not only this website, which I really liked because of how they explained it, presented it. I thought they did a really good job of doing that. But I also looked at other sites to see, okay, well, they're offering the same thing. Okay, what's the comparison? And look, this Lightarian.com is actually, I think, compared to when I compared them all, I think what they're charging is modest compared to what everybody else is charging. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I have to cough. Okay, I turned down the volume, so I hope you didn't actually hear that. If you did, I'm sorry. Okay, so I think that what they're charging is modest. And the reason why I'm giggling a little bit is because, I mean, some of you won't be surprised by this. So at Lightarian Reiki, they're charging a modest amount for level 1 and 2 of $195. And I know some of you are going, that's what you think is a modest amount. Well, yeah, because I mean, I went to some other sites that were offering the same thing. One that's in the UK, and they're offering it for $550. I think it was euro, which means in the United States it would be, of course, more. I went to another site that was offering at, I want to say, 225. I really, the reason why I would recommend the one at Lightarian.com is because it looks like they really are, they got their stuff together. They really got their stuff together, and I would think, yeah, I would trust them to teach me. I would trust them to guide me because it really seems like they have really made an effort to be ready to do that. So, um, okay. So what do you get for that? Okay, so let's see. Each training level consists of 2 simple phases, and I like this. 1, a thorough self-study of the training manual. Now, self-study meaning, yes, you have to read the manual on your own. No, this ain't going to be a video where you can just read along. Come on, let's put some effort into it. So you will have to read the training manual, followed by a question and answer exchange with the Lightarian Reiki teacher by telephone or via email. Great. So basically, what that's saying is it's including a one on one session, whether it's by telephone or email. This is great. Then the second phase is the energetic attunement itself, delivered by telephone or by remote. So they are also offering you two choices of how to be attuned: one on one on the telephone or remotely, like I do, like my attunements are. So they basically have those two phases, such as I have the two phases where, the first one is, the attunement, and then my second phase is, okay, now you need to read the manual. Then after that, you get your certificate. And they also say a master teacher practitioner certificate is provided to acknowledge your satisfactory completion at the end of your program. Great. So it's awesome that they're not only attuning you, but there is that one on one to make sure that you understand, to answer all your questions. So, okay, and then they talk about the prerequisite. Okay, so for those of you that already know you're interested, first, you must be a Reiki master teacher. Secondly, you must either have Karuna based Reiki 1 and 2 or the Lightarian Buddhic Boost. The Lightarian Buddhic Boost is offered as a means to energetically bridge the vibrational gap between UC based Reiki and Lightarian Reiki. Receiving the Buddhic Boost will simply and effectively lift your vibrations up to the second band of the Reiki energies in preparation for receiving the higher vibrational bands of Lightarian Reiki 1 and 2. And then they have a section where they tell you what the personal and professional benefits of Lightarian Reiki are. By this point, though, if you don't understand what the benefits would be to you, then I don't know what to tell you, because by that point you should definitely understand what the benefits are of being at a higher vibrational level when you do energy work. It means a more powerful outcome, because when you're either doing healings, clearings, attunements, what you're actually doing, you're manifesting something. You're actually, you're changing something from one thing into another, and the more powerful it is based on how high your vibrations are. This helps in so many ways, and I'm not going to go into them because I have discussed this in other videos, and you can go and search those videos where I've explained the benefits of raising your vibrations, etc., etc. Okay, and then they have a whole bunch of testimonials, which you'd probably like to read. And then they have a section where they explain the Lightarian Ascension bands. Now, that would be something that you would get into probably after you complete level 1 and 2 of Lightarian Reiki. So I'm not going to read all that information and tell you about all that. And then as you scroll down, you get to the section Getting Started. Now here's something that's really, really nice. Yes, it's $195, and like I said, I think it's worth it. I think that what they're charging is modest compared to what others are charging. You can sign up by choosing how you wish to pay. You could pay as you go. Now, this is Lightarian.com. This isn't the others. This is Lightarian.com and how they work. You could pay as you go. You could pay up front for either program and receive 10% off. You could pay up front for all 3 tracks and receive 30% off, and you have to contact them directly for that. Now keep in mind, today is September 2nd, 2021. So if you're reading this and it's 2025 and you're like, hey, but thought I was supposed to get 10%. Look, things change. So if you're listening to me in 2025, they may not be still doing 10% and 30% off. So keep that in mind. The other thing An automatic notice is immediately sent to their office. Your manuals are sent to you via email as e-manuals within 1 business day. So you'll have your manuals so that you can get started reading. Um, then, because remember, that's the first phase. Their first phase, the first thing you do is you read the manual on your own. You then have that question and answer session over the phone or by email. That's the first phase. Before then, the second phase is they attune you. Um, and it says contact us when you receive the manual, and we'll then set up your training attunement session. So this is put together very well. Like I said, compared to others, um, I think that what they're charging is good. I think what they're charging is okay. Hey, yeah, you may be able to find somebody that's charging a lot less, half or more than half from that. But you may not, you may just get an attunement and a manual. You may not get a question and answer session. You know what I mean? You may not get that kind of hands-on help. You may like totally be on your own to learn it, completely on your own. So, that's the reason why I say. Now, I don't know about the pay as you go, but it sounds like this is a great offer. The pay as you go. So you may want to go to this site, contact them, and ask them about doing the pay as you go. If you can't afford the 195. Um, I don't often promote other like websites or people, but in this case, I kind of felt like, since I don't offer this attunement, and I know I'm not going to be offering this attunement, why don't I go ahead, check out the different people offering it, and pick the one that I'm feeling most comfortable with and that I would do if I was going to do it. If I was going to want to get this attunement, I would be getting it from Lightarian.com. So that's why I am promoting them. And no, they didn't ask me to promote them or anything. But you can Google and go with whoever you want to. But this is the one that I personally have chosen. So I hope that was helpful to you and helpful to any of you who have been interested in this modality but needed more information or didn't know where to get the attunement, how to get the attunement, or maybe you saw how expensive it was and it kind of scared you away. Well, I would say no, don't be scared away, by the cost. If your higher self and what you're getting and everything is telling you that this is for you, then I would say don't be scared off for the money. You have to remember that, spirit sometimes makes things work out for you when it's in line with you, when it's right for you. So you sometimes have to trust that. If you're getting that Lightarian Reiki is what you need, don't question how it's going to be able to happen, how you're going to be able to afford it. Just, you know, be brave enough to walk forward. Be brave enough to say, okay, I'm gonna at least contact them. I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to do this. Um, um, so I hope that was helpful. Um, Remember, don't in the comments, don't put any question in the comments asking me about Lightarian Reiki, because obviously I'm not the one to ask. Go to Lightarian Reiki and send them an email and ask them. They're the ones that know about Lightarian Reiki and are trained and can answer your questions. So don't ask me, ask them, please. Thank you for listening, and just remember, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. And if you're looking for, I have a sale right now on for psychic readings, 30 minutes, $15. Well, that's whether you want a reading or you want a 30-minute coaching, either one. Um, and That link is going to be in the description, and it's also, you can see it right now, it's on the screen. Just go to sherryspeaksnow.simplybook.me, and you can book your session and pay for it via either PayPal or directly for using Stripe. If you want to pay for it directly with your debit or credit card. Okay, thank you, and I appreciate you, and have a great day.